All right. Okay, so the warm-up for today are 100 jumping jacks, obviously, 20 sumo squats, 20 narrow squats, depending on if you can do that, Michelle. If not, just do regular squats, and then 40 mountain climbers. So 100 jumping jacks, 20 wide squats, 20 narrow squats, and then 40 mountain climbers. Great. All right, neck rotations. Other way. Up and down. Side to side. Ear to shoulder. Shoulder circles. away. Elbow circles. Other way. Cross your chest. Over your head. Right. On all fours, cat cow. Downward dog. Right leg up and through. Right arm up. Right arm down, left arm up. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten the front leg, reach forward. Come back up. Hold that leg in front of you, scoot that leg back, reach down and forward. Untangle yourself back into downward dog. Left leg up and through. Left arm up. Left arm down, right arm up. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten your front leg, reach forward. Come back up, hold that leg in front of you. Scoot that leg back, reach down and forward. Untangle yourself back in a downward dog. Those knees down for frog. Stretch forward for cobra. Look over your right shoulder. Left shoulder. Sit back for child's pose. Reach over to the right. Left. And time. All right, movement drills. Hip escape, regular on your forearm and on your hand. Next, bridge, hip escape, scissor kick, forward roll. All right, next, armbar escape. Right, next, Hey hoes to triangles. Actually, let's just do triangles for now, and then we'll move on to hey hoes. So triangles. All right, next. We'll come back to those hip thrusts. Regular hip thrusts. All right, now let's do the hey hoes to triangles. Three triangles at each end, whatever you consider an end. All right, time. Get water, get your dummies. I don't know how much time you have left, Michelle, but I can also text you the ab workout at the end. If you want to do that later, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'll just sign off now and put a shirt on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd love it if you have time.
yeah. I'll probably at the end of class I'll just take a picture of it or message it to you since my
Perfect.
typing is messy.
Okay, thank you. Good to see you.
All right, bye. All right, Sarah. Hi. What do you want to do? Because what I have written on my board says your lapel, their lapel, and then take the back. So, would you like to get your gi, or should we just work on their lapel and then take the back? Oh, your gi top is there. Okay. Let's review that move that we did last time. Or the moves that we did last time. Not this. All right. First one we're going to do is the bottom side lapel one. So bottom side is the one that goes towards the legs. I'm going to go from the bottom side across their body and underneath their neck and pass it on to my hand here. And then the two chokes from there are the ones where you turn to face to do north-south. And the first one will go closer to them. So I'm going to straighten my arm. I'm going to put my head on the mat next to their hip. And then I'm going to try to get my shoulder to the mat as I keep my arm straight. And then the second one is arm bent. So I'm still in this position. I When I transition into north-south, I'm going to keep my arm bent, my shoulder in their face. I'm going to go here. I'm going to flatten myself out and make sure that my shoulder is in their face. And then I'm going to scoot myself outwards and towards them. You can do it. One more time. Bottom side lapel. I'm in side control, past the bottom side lapel to the hand that's underneath the head. I'm going to, for the first one, put my hand on their hip. As I turn, I'm going to straighten my arm and keep my shoulder low and put my head on the ground. And as I'm keeping my arm straight, I'm trying to get my shoulder to the mat. I'm trying to like turn my back to them as I'm holding. And then second one, when I'm turning to north-south, again, put my hand on the side of their hip, keep my arm bent, my shoulder in their face, turn, flatten my legs out, I'm sprawled onto the ground. I'm going to push their other arm, however I need to, and then I'm going to block, choke into their head. So I have that grip into me, shoulder in their face. Top side lapel, pass to the hand that's already across the body, come back to side control. This hand goes underneath the head, grabs the lapel. I'm going to go into north-south again, hand to the hip, turn, turn, turn. Going to put my shoulder to the ground and then roll. Once I get here, they may already be choking. They may already be tapping out. If they don't, I'm going to roll into them and hug them. And this just tightens the throat because I'm pulling my own gi with me. So that's 1 and 2. There. I'm going to repeat both of them. So here, upside lapel or top side lapel, the one that's closer to the head, pass it to the opposite hand across the body, go underneath the head, pass it to the hand underneath the head. Going to go into north-south by putting my hand by their hip, north-south. This time they're going to try to roll out of it. And I am going to go, or try to get out of it, and I'm gonna go pull them to their side. I can't do the roll this time, they're just blocking me. They're trying to roll out of it, blocking me. They're gonna go onto their, or I'm gonna make them go onto their side, keeping my chest heavy on them. My legs wouldn't, my knees wouldn't be on the ground. I'd be sprawling. So here, this is the back side. I'm gonna go all the way around to the other side. I'm going to hug, keeping my elbow at the base of their neck, and then I'm going to flatten myself out even more. This arm that's on the top, you gotta make sure that it's pinned against them. One more time on that one. On both of them, actually. Great. So. Top side lapel, pass it to my hand that's on the other side of the body. I'm gonna go back into north-south or side control, pass the lapel to the hand that's underneath the head. The first one is I go into north-south. I'm gonna put my shoulder by their hip, roll, keeping my elbow bent here, and then I'm going to come up and hug. Second one, I'm going to upside lapel or topside lapel, pass to the hand that's on the other side of the body, pass the lapel to the hand that's now underneath the head. I'm going to go into north-south, but they're trying to block me with this hand or whatever. And I'm going to force them onto their side using the opposite hand. My hand that's on the lapel, I'm pushing their head down. I'm gonna come all the way to their front side here, keeping that lapel very tucked, very tight. This hand is going to hug the back. This is really just to put my elbow on the base of their neck, keeping their head in. From here, I hug, make everything tight, come down with my chest. Yeah. Go. I'm gonna keep doing it. You can keep watching, but. Okay. So you can take off your lapel or G top. We're going to now work on their lapel. You can keep it on, you can take it off. So here, where in actual north-south, I can, I like being kind of at a diagonal on the north-south. I like having my kind of like hip in their neck. So that's what I'm doing. I have both my elbows in their armpits. I'm here, I'm controlling them, and I have pressure on them. I'm going to go underneath their lapel, and I'm going to go underneath their arm and grab their lapel, pull it out, and I'm going to make sure that it's out and pass it underneath their head here. This other, I'm purposely, because of the way I'm doing the north-south, I'm purposely pulling up my butt so that it's not putting pressure down on their head and their shoulders, so I can pass it underneath their head. While my arm is there, I'm going to then turn my body so that my right shoulder is going into their sternum, here. So my right knee is still on the ground to balance me. This one's coming up off the ground. I am then going to pass that lapel to the opposite hand, underneath the head. I'm not going underneath the armpit here, it's just underneath the head. This hand that passed the lapel over is going to grab at the lapel here, 4 fingers, and then I'm going to make my shoulders almost touch as I drop back down. And then I'm going to walk this way. One more time. Do it if you can. But one more time. What's a better angle? So here, I'm in north-south, slightly at a diagonal, both arms underneath the armpits. I'm going to reach underneath the arm, like I'm going to Kimura them. I'm going to bring them up to their side to do a Kimura. You can even threaten that. I'm here, and they're going to drop their elbow or their back onto the mat, and you can grab their lapel as that happens and stuff it underneath their head. Right now, it's not quite underneath the head. I need to lift up my butt, making sure this shoulder is going to dig into their sternum here and pass it. It's passed to the other hand that's now underneath the head. This hand is going to go 4 fingers in to that same lapel that I just was using. Make sure that my elbows are touching one another. Going to drop back down. And a lot of times I'll tap here. If not, I'm going to make sure that my elbows are on the ground, and then I'm going to scoot myself north-south. A lot of the time I'll tap before that. Yes, go. All right, let's do the last one, the back take. So this one, I'm also going to use their lapel. I'm going to start in north-south. In this diagonal that I like. Both hands are underneath the armpit. I'm now going to change it. I'm going to go underneath the arm. Grab the lapel. This hand, grab the lapel. I'm going underneath the arm and grabbing the lapel. So I have both lapels and I'm pulling at the armpit like this. Here. And I like this control, but I also don't necessarily like coming up and flipping them over, which is a possibility. But here, I like coming here, and then this leg coming up onto my knee here. I'm gonna pull them up on this side and come over so that I have that foot on the ground on the other side. I'm going to lean back here and I'm going to put my leg over. I can then let go of the lapel and grab the arm and sit back down. I can then let go of that lapel, get the arm bar. One more time. It's the double lapel grip. So I start here, go underneath the arm, grab the lapel, close to the armpit. Other side, grab the lapel, close to the armpit. I'm gonna get this foot that I usually sprawl out. The other leg is kind of close to me. I'm going to come up here, gonna pull the closer armpit or closer lapel to me. I'm going to kind of sit towards their legs to get that leg light and go over their head. I can then let go of that lapel, grab the arm, sit back, put my knees together, and then let go of that lapel, then do arm bar. Yeah? All right. Last one. We're gonna just do the back take. So again, that double lapel underneath. Scenario where I start off in north-south, good control. I come underneath the arm, grab the lapel, come underneath the other arm, grab the other lapel, close to the armpit. I'm going to put both knees up, pull, crash them onto their back. So if I need to, I can put my knee up. But I like coming here. I'll put that first hook in. I still have control of them, so that I'm going to pull them this way and put the other hook in. So weird on Dummy. Much easier when we're doing it together. North south, arm goes underneath the armpit, grabs the lapel very close to the armpit. Other side, same thing. Here, I'm gonna make sure that's very close to the armpit, tight. I'm going to come up to my knees, and I'm going to fling them up here. And if I can, I'm gonna put my chest onto their back so that they're flattened. I'm gonna, real humans don't flatten that much. I'm gonna come around, and as they're flattened, I'm gonna put my foot, my first hook in. I still have control of the lapels, so I'm gonna pull them that way towards that leg so that they're on their side. Get the second hook in. Yeah? So it's just a back take. I can get the seatbelt on me.